It's Theme Park Thursday Live with Dillos Diz. Featuring Frank. And Jen.
This is Theme Park Thursday Live with Dillos Diz. She is Jen.
Hello.
And I am Frank, and we are here for the next 30 minutes to bring you 3 topics or subjects that we did not discuss on the Theme Park Thursday podcast. By the way, I haven't dropped the Theme Park Thursday podcast yet.
I was wondering.
Just remembered it just now that I have to publish it. We'll send it out right after this.
We'll get there.
Live stream here this week on Theme Park Thursday, the podcast. We are discussing all things 50th anniversary related. We're obviously on the eve of the 50th anniversary, the biggest thing since Christmas Eve. Or New Year's Eve. What do you like better, Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve? We know what we like better, obviously.
I was like, are you asking me?
No, I'm asking everyone in the chat because everyone in the chat is here.
Right.
Christmas Eve
Welcome,
is the
everyone.
obvious answer for us Dillos here. So we have the podcast talking about the 50th anniversary, but we recorded that on Monday night. And since that time, some stories have developed, some things have happened, some live streams have taken place. So Jen, what say you? Let's get to the 3 topics.
All right, do it. And hello, Karen. Thanks for stopping in to say hi.
Topic number 1. Harmonious happened. I know people have some feelings. I know that's why Steffers is here. I almost put the Steffers intro here because I feel like she has a lot to say about Harmonious and the live stream that happened on Wednesday night, the 29th. So we'll talk Harmonious. I think that might take up some of our time. I don't know. Topic number 2. Hey, Disney. So there's this Amazon. It's like a lot of dots today because that's really where my brain is just dot. Hey, Disney, dot. I forgot to drop my podcast this morning. So the Amazon Echo Alexa thing that's happening, not only in your home, but in Disney resorts coming soon. We'll read that article, review that article, talk about the article courtesy of our friends at fortheloveofthemouse.com. And then finally, topic number 3, please stand clear of the glow. The monorails are glowing. So we're going to talk about that and how that we'll probably wrap in some beacons of light conversation since I never used the word beacons on the podcast this week. So
what do you
beacons.
like better, beacons or sleek?
I'm okay with beacons. Sleek, okay. I am never okay with.
Never okay.
So those are the 3 topics. Please stand clear of the glow. Hey, Disney. And Harmonious happened. Place your bets. Everyone, place your bets into the comments. Let us know. And while you're placing your bets in the chat. I know a lot of
people want,
in the order.
Oh, go
Make
ahead.
sure you like this video. Tell your friends. Tell everyone that's going on. As maybe while you're placing your bets, maybe I'll publish the podcast while that's happening too. The rare Thursday morning where I forget to publish.
Let me know how you feel about sleek beacons.
Sleek beacons. I think maybe that's a T-shirt. Write that down. Write that down as a future T-shirt. Our version of the 50th anniversary T-shirt. Maybe we'll do sleek beacons. We'll do the logos that are on the icons that are on the Dillos Diz t-shirt, and we'll make them look like sleek beacons.
Oh, I like it. Also, as a reminder, since we're heading into October, what?
Mm-hmm.
Is that October 8th, the Forever 44 Fedora Club coming back at you. And I happen to have, I only thought of it because my fedora is sitting on the,
nice.
Clearly the kids have been. A little smushy, but that's what made me remind. So
that'll be here on our YouTube channel October the 8th, Friday night, 8:30ish or so. We'll be talking about the Blues Brothers. We'll talk about the world of the Blues Brothers and how they're incorporated over at Universal. Believe it or not, it'll be a Universal conversation. I wonder if Steffers will be there.
Oh, an announcement.
Oh, hello. It's a big week next week.
That's
Big week
me.
coming up.
That's me. Oh, hi. In the
When
words
am
of
I?
Steffers. Oh, hi.
When am I going to be on? Steph was trying to
Oh.
book me in September. I was very busy.
Oh, I
And
was wondering if maybe
I
she
happened
was just like, meh.
once I couldn't do September, I felt like I was out. That was it. She's
Oh,
like, you can't do
well,
September. We're
yeah,
done
that's
here.
it. I offered. You turned it down. You're done now. All right. So there's a few conflicting here. We have
Mhm.
3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. I feel like I said 3, 2, 1 the most. So let's go with that.
Let's go with Harmonious. 3, 2, 1. I went backwards. All right. So topic 3, please stand clear of the glow. I felt like this came out of nowhere last night, where suddenly everyone was dropping video over on the Twitter and everywhere else of the glow, the lighting that is now underneath the monorails that are the same color as, so if you're monorail green, there's a green glow. If you're monorail blue, you got a blue glow. Everyone's discussing what happens with monorail black. Nobody knows right now, but I guess we'll find out soon. Maybe we'll get Skipper Bob's black light involved with that.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Jen, have you seen any of the video involving the monorail glow yet? Or you just see the photos?
No, look, here's a video. We can play this right here.
Courtesy of Blog Mickey.
Thanks, Blog Mickey. Right, let's fast forward. Here we go.
Yeah, look at that.
Okay.
Because you fell asleep early last night, Jen. I'm going to out you right here.
I did. Everyone was texting me, hey, you watching this? Hey, what's up? Hey, what? I was sleeping. Sorry, everyone. So there's some purple glow. This is a purple. Let's see if there's some teal. Ooh, that one's
hey,
nice.
Karen Disney. Welcome to the chat here on Theme Park Thursday Live. Thanks for being here. Hey, Lexi, what's going on? What do you think, Jen?
I'm liking this at the monorail. I mean, at the monorail. Oh my god! You would think going to sleep early got my words better, but it didn't. At the Polynesian, I like the orange reddish glow. While at the Polynesian, there's a nice little mix there.
Jeffers is saying that he likes he wants it to get lowered a bit and then some bass pounding.
You know what? That's a good point.
I mean, I hope I'm not going to offend anybody here, but in case you were this person. But you ever go to the clubs, Jen, when you were younger?
Yeah.
You ever go to the clubs?
I mean, I've been to 1 or 2 clubs.
But inevitably, like at 2:30 in the morning, one person would get out the glow sticks and just start doing the thing.
But that's where the glow sticks go in the clubs. Yeah. That's what they do there.
100%. I like the colors. I'm all in on the colors of the monorail. I think it enhances the monorails, it enhances the nighttime Disney experience,
which we love.
We love, and maybe when we talk about the beacons a little bit, we'll have a lot to say on that as well. But I felt like it was a nice little surprise, a nice little touch, something that you didn't really hear about, and boom, it was there. And I was like, "What is all of this?"
No, I like it. I like these little subtle touches that are popping up that we didn't necessarily hear about 3 months ago. We didn't know something like this was going to come, but I like, and if there's more of that, almost like little hidden Mickeys around the park where there's just little touches for the 50th going on. I'm liking that. I'm digging that.
Yeah, I think that's nice. On the podcast, which I just published, that's why I was looking down for a little bit. Dillos did for change, for the change, and the at the end of the podcast, no spoilers, but we kind of talk about what else could we have gotten if not for the current state of the world and everyone pivoting all the time. Was there things that we did not get? And I feel like maybe we'll continue to see that along the way here, much like the glowing touches of the monorail.
Yes.
You worried about the doors opening while you're riding? Well, now we have a glow.
Don't worry about that.
It glows now.
We didn't need to fix that. We have it glowing. I'm not sure the answer to this question. Do you know the answer to Lee's question?
Just based on my Twitter research, all I know right now is they correspond to the color of the monorail themselves.
Okay. Yeah. And Lexi said she likes them. They're not in your face, just a lovely accent. Agreed. Okay. I like that.
Anything to enhance.
We love. Little, pockets, if you will.
A little yes and.
Yes.
A little, we have this awesome thing and we're going to build upon it and make it even greater than it is.
Yes. And Ryan is confirming related to the monorail line. Perfect.
Thank you very much,
Thanks.
Ryan. So where are we going? We did with 3, 2, 1. Is that where we're
3,
going?
2, 1. Yes. Because
Hey,
I think
hey.
one, apparently people have some feelings. So.
Yeah, we'll breeze through this one real quick. So we leave ourselves some time to talk to and about Harmonious. Talk to Steffers, really. Like Steffers is going to be okay.
Lewis has some thoughts too, and he's
Okay,
in a
great.
meeting, so he needs some time to get it together there.
So, hey, Disney, I'm going to bring up this article courtesy of our friends at fortheloveofthemouse.com, Crystal and Bryson. You can tweet them at forloveofmouse. Make sure you do that. Disney and Alexa join forces for magical experiences. Disney Parks blog has just announced that Disney is pushing the boundaries of technology and innovation to entertain guests and create experiences that are unlike anything else in the world. So if I'm scrolling down a little bit, Disney has teamed up with Alexa to announce the availability of a new Mickey-inspired stand for Echo Show 5. This OtterBox Den, I don't understand any of these words. This OtterBox Den series case brings the fun of Disney to your home with a playfully designed stand. As Disney gears up to kick off the 50th anniversary, these exciting new ways to add technology to the celebration are perfect to bring magic to your home. A project Disney has partnered with Amazon is called Hey Disney. This project creates your own custom assistant using Disney stories, characters, and more, all built on Amazon's Alexa technology. Whether you're at home or in one of our Walt Disney World Resort hotel rooms, soon you'll be able to use an Echo device to interact with your favorite Disney, Pixar, or Star Wars characters. Hey Disney will make your vacation easier, more meaningful, and more fun. Jen, you have an Alexa. I do not have an Alexa. Talk about your life with Alexa.
My life with Alexa is pretty much run by the kids, for the kids, because they have made it so Alexa understands them and their requests. So they love requesting the music. When the 5-year-old comes over, the 3 of them just yell at Alexa to try to get a certain song on. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. However, Jeffers was asking if it had a camera in it. I don't know that it does, but I feel I'm a little confused since I know that Disney at one time had a partnership with Google Home. We saw that at Mickey's
the 90th celebration exhibit that was in Manhattan a few years back.
And I remember seeing it around here and there. So I guess they've switched over, which is interesting. But I'm interested to see how it is used, how often it is used, and what it is used for on property. Like while in the can I go, hey Disney, can I get into Space 220 tonight? Like, no,
see, like that would be some goals right there.
Right.
Yeah. Just no, you can't.
No, you cannot.
I think it's a nice enhancement. We're not an Alexa house, nor do I think we ever will be. But I like the idea. I like the concept. I'd like it for home. In the resort room, I like my programming on my Walt Disney World Resort Hotel TV. I don't have time for Alexa in my resort room. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, that's it too. Like, I don't know that I'm. Yeah, I don't know. Lee, do you? Oh, sorry, Lee. Do you actually have 7 Alexas in your house? Is this true?
What's a Fire Stick?
What? You don't know what a Fire Stick is? No. It's basically like you have Apple TV.
Right.
Fire Stick is Amazon's thing. You put it into the TV so you get streaming.
Got you. Old. Tomorrow's my birthday month.
Old. Oh, God. Get ready for it. Everybody get ready for Frank's whole mood to shift tomorrow. It's happening.
Yeah. So overall, I like the idea for, at home, but I probably won't have one. So we'll, Jen, I'll get to experiment. Do you say experiment or experiment? I say it both ways. I don't know why.
Experiment. What is it, like spearmint gum? Why do you say it like that?
I don't know. I just said it now, and I know sometimes it comes out of my mouth that way. So I wanted to correct myself and point it out.
It's Frank's freezing. It's the switch up of the accent, I think, is what's messing with it the most. Well, it's the morning time and Frank is freezing. I don't think we had that last week from Central Park, but in his home, we do have it. Jeffers, do you say spearmint? Experiment? Lee, how do you say it? I'm just going off different, places in the world here. says Alexa in his car. So, and Lee, what do you use all 7 for? Like, are they just in different rooms of the house? Are they connected to different? I'm very intrigued by this. And Stuffers has a Google Home. All right. Oh,
Have I
here he
returned?
comes Grainy. Grainy Frank
I'm
is
grainy
back.
now? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
It's great.
This is we have new.
Experiment. Oh, I'm learning how people say experiment
cool.
now.
Yeah. What does Lexi say? Lexi's from Long Island. We can get
That's
to
right.
this and follow up.
Lexi, do you have a strong Long Island accent? We need to know that.
We need to know more. Okay, so yeah, and the overall, like it for the enhancing the home for on the Disney side. In the resort room, I don't, have to see how it goes. I guess someday.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the main event. We got 14 minutes left here in the live stream. Hey, Harmonious happened last night. Maybe some of you were in person, but most of us caught the live stream. Well, Jen was asleep. She watched this morning. Caught the live stream of Harmonious at Epcot last night, the new nighttime spectacular. Epcot Forever, done. Harmonious is here. It's arrived. The barges, we've seen them at night with the water and the lights and the screens and the whole thing, the music. Let's see what people think in the chat, shall we?
What did you think while everyone puts their comments in?
I was scrolling a lot on Twitter last night to see what people thought, because I watched on the subway like you do. So
Yeah,
I was
sure.
coming home on the subway last night and I had it on. I'm sure everyone's like, oh, what a new show. Are you watching Ted Lasso? No, I'm watching the Harmonious live stream. And when you're watching in that format, you wonder if like you're not connecting to it in the same way. But I felt like a lot of the thoughts I was having was similar to ones I saw on Twitter, where a little bit disjointed, it didn't have a real flow. There was, the acknowledgments of classic Disney songs. There were points in the show that I personally felt like, okay, now they're hitting their stride. They're hitting their rhythm. It's starting to connect, weave one into the other. And then it did, and then it would stop. So, let's keep in mind here that I'm classic. I'm not even Reflections of Illuminations person. I am Illuminations 1988 person. So that is how one piece of classical music, was appropriated to each country, and they would go to each country throughout the second half of the show before you would hit Rhapsody in Blue at the American Adventure. Like that is where I am, and it always seemed to flow seamlessly to me. Even it didn't go in order; it bounced back and forth across the lagoon. So it hit a point there where I felt like you got the Coco and you got Brave and you got the Hunchback music in both French. You got Mulan represented. Like, so that part, that section, I felt like was where I felt a little more connected to it. But in the overall, I'm not really sure what happened.
Yeah.
Let's go to the comments.
Yes. Bring them up.
And then we'll hear what Jen said. Let's go.
I didn't know if you were bringing them up. Am I bringing?
Oh, I thought you were bringing them up. I thought you were reading and preparing to bring them up.
No, okay. So I mean, first of all, what I'm seeing the most of here is meh, blah. There's a lot of sounds happening in the comments. Dr. Fowler said, "Don't make me cry again," to which Steffer said, "Not happy tears." Let's see here. Lexi liked Epcot Forever better, which we did not see in person. Not that we've seen this in person either to properly judge. Jeffer said, "I didn't like it. The finale fireworks were impressive enough, but it was just bad arrangements of disconnected Disney cover songs." Steffers thinks they should have added projectors to AK and ran this as a nighttime show behind Kite Tails.
Yeah, I saw Steffers post that yesterday, and I kind of was in agreement with that. And Lee mentions too that it feels more MK, which it totally does. And I think that's the thing. Again, we're both, if you're new to watching us or listening to us, that we're not against IPs being everywhere, and we're not against IPs being in Epcot and things like that. But it has to have a purpose, and it has to have a reason, and it has to fit into Epcot, especially. And that was a lot of what I felt too. I was like, there's a way to do this and make it feel connected to Epcot rather than it just coming across as some people would say, just Disney songs or just more like MK or things like that. So that's really where I was. Where were you when you watched it this morning, Jen?
So a few things. I mean, yeah, because when it starts and you're hearing Moana, you're like, okay, well, there's going to be a Moana fountain feature there. All right, we're already starting to tie these things in. It worried me when I started to hear Go the Distance, only because Go the Distance you hear a little bit in Wishes, a little bit in Happily Ever After, and then you're like, will I no longer hear that at Magic Kingdom? Are we putting it here instead of over there? Will it not be part of Enchantment? Because I always feel like that was just like a big part of the shows in recent years. I'm interested to see the viewing aspect of everything, because you have the big globe in the middle that, okay, you can probably see that from everywhere, but the little side barges, if you're on this part, if you're on the bridge between the UK and France, can you see what's happening everywhere? I don't know. I always felt like that was a good part, because it's World Showcase and people could stand everywhere and get a show from it. Are you missing any of the show depending on where you stand? And if so, shame on you. Also, these barges, we have been complaining about them for months. So you better have made it worthwhile by making sure that everyone can see them, by really implementing them. I saw some people on Twitter mentioning how Disney is like one of the best in the world for animation and for all these things, and we're just sort of like throwing these up on the barges. What is it? I think people had big expectations because these barges are such an eyesore. Like, well, you better make this be worth it, and it didn't really deliver on that.
Right. And I mean, and obviously when we read it on Twitter, there's a lot of negative, but when, and some people are have strong feelings here, and it's totally understandable. I think, as Val was saying, when she sees it in person, Dr. Val's in a couple of weeks, there'll be, that in-person experience. I think there's definitely that we talk about all the time. Should we watch it on a video first, live stream first? Do we spoil it for ourselves? We talk a little bit about that today on the Theme Park Thursday podcast, which just dropped during this half hour because I forgot to do it an hour ago. But and that's how I felt a little bit at the end of Harmonious. I was like, should I have seen that in person first rather than watching it? Did I do myself a disservice by watching the live stream first? Right,
because I also didn't like the sound quality that I mean, I don't know which one but I was like, does this sound like this in person, or is this just because it's over someone's cell phone or whatever I'm watching it from?
You didn't watch the Disney Parks version? You just watched the Randall version? I just put
on the first one I saw, and I was like, I gotta watch this quick. I'm running out of time. I think this is an interesting point that Disney's trying to say Epcot isn't Epcot anymore. We just want it to be another park, because with all the changes coming. Interesting take.
Sure. I'm not, and I guess I'll try to clarify for myself. Again, I don't mind the IPs in Epcot, but there are still these structures and still this representation that the show should flow into that. Like, you still have the World Showcase. That's not going away.
Right.
So if you're going to have songs that seem to suggest the representation of the countries around the lagoon, then make it flow better. That's all I'm saying. I mean, that's where I am with the flow of the show. And Nate mentioned that he thought the screen, the barges, the screens, the water aspect was better than he was anticipating. Keep your expectations low. I think that's good. And then like it better later. I think that's also a good way to go.
Yeah. I'm still reading through some comments here. During rope drop, I guess. First of all, let's just shout this out here. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Hashtag always MGM.
Always.
And so this is making Ryan worried for Enchantment.
I mean, I think the question is, do we all need to get together again tomorrow morning to
talk about it?
That, like, do we need to get together and figure that out? Because I think that's I feel like everyone is just releasing right now.
Right. Just getting it all out. Let's all get it out. We need to just, I don't know. And Lexi mentioned the water features too, of like, what do we do with all these barges? Throw some water up. Just do that. And it was kind of weird. I mean, so I was watching while the kids were eating breakfast, and I was running around getting things together. So, and the 4-year-old was like, ooh, look at all the colors. However, they were all in on Happily Ever After. I have talked
Mhm.
about this plenty now. They were very obsessed with it. So I was like, "Ooh, guys, do you want to see Epcot fireworks?" And they were pretty disconnected from it. I was like, look at the movie. The 7-year-old pointed out Jungle Book right away when he heard the music, and all that, which I liked seeing some representation for Jungle Book. That was great.
Mhm.
But what are you doing in Epcot? I don't know. Why are you here? Why? It's weird.
Right.
It's a weird show that just felt very thrown together. And this is the 50th anniversary. You guys built this up. You threw in Epcot Forever as this weird interim. You've had these ugly barges sitting there for months, and then here's a show. I don't.
I mean, I am curious. The barges and how they look optically aside. Like, I am curious to see that aspect of it in person, because my video reaction to what the barges were doing, and again, it's cool. The video screen's cool. The water cool. It should that be a big deal? I don't know, because to me, I was like, I still like the Fountain of Nations with the Rocketeer music better than this.
Right. Yeah. So it'll be interesting for Enchantment, I think.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
They gotta really bring it. You are in Magic Kingdom. This is the park. This is the big show. You destroyed people by getting rid of Happily Ever After. You really need to bring it now.
Yeah, I think people will be open and non-judgmental this evening when Enchantment debuts and people in the live stream. Totally be fine. I think no pressure on Disney tonight. We have 3 minutes left here. So again, if you enjoyed this live stream, I feel a shift moving to the mornings. I feel like we're going that way. I can drink my coffee and talk. I feel a little bit jazzed in the morning. A little Regis behind me. I like that idea. So what we do, if you're joining us and you're new, is we take it over to, there's the street cleaning going right by, the alternate side of the street parking street sweeper going by right now here in the morning. We go over to DillosDizResort.com following this for a little post show. We take about 20-30 minutes and do some follow-up. Go over to DillosDizResort.com. That's our Patreon page with levels beginning as low as $1 per month. The $1 gets you into our Discord. The $5 level, the quiet pool level, get you access to the Theme Park Thursday live post show every week following this live stream. But Jen and I will have to discuss. We're going to take this offline to see if maybe we need a follow-up tomorrow morning for us to get together and share our enchantment thoughts. I don't know if I can make that happen. I said that out loud on the live stream. I'm not really sure. I can
you got to look at your schedule.
I barely made it to this one this morning. I was in Central Park last week. We're hoping that next week it starts a little bit more of the smooth sailing, as it were.
Yeah. This is breaking news from Steffers.
Oh,
interesting.
Okay, like that. Don't forget, you can follow us at Dillos Diz, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. My birthday month does start this month, so all your old man birthday cards are accepted, as well as your new park maps for Epcot featuring the neighborhoods. We are the people in the neighborhood. What are we calling them? What are they? They're all worlds, right? World nature, worlds. They're the worlds. So all the things accepted all month long here at our P.O. Box. And as I mentioned previously, we're going over to DillosDizResort.com for a post show. Thanks so much for joining us here. We got a lot of new folks here today, and so that was exciting. Hope you can join us in the chat again next Thursday. Until that time, she's Jen. I'm Frank. Bye-bye.
Deuces.